Hi, it's Anna with the Heartbeat Hive. Today I want to talk about time and progress in relation to flow and the conditions for flow, also known as flow triggers. Before I do that, I do offer private coaching and creative mentorship. You can find that information in my profile link or somewhere in the description below. All right, so time. Time. It is a measurement of our life, but it is also a tool. And it is a tool, an avenue that we can use to experience things that we want. But the first thing we need to do is become very clear about how we want to spend that time, use that time, and also receive from the effort within a time frame. And time frame is a really good phrase because when we don't frame things well, as in neediness or rushed, it seems like the time available or the time expected or the time required is quite different from what it actually is if we zoom back out. So, getting clear and having a clear goal in whatever you do will help you get into flow. And an analogy that's very easy to understand with clear goals in anything that you do, not just your creative goals, is that if you put in an address in GPS, the GPS is like, okay, let's go. But if you don't have a clear goal in life, or specifically for something you desire, you want, or an achievement, let's say, you're just going to be wandering around with tactics and strategies and efforting toward that, which may or may not bring you the result. Now, do we have to focus on the result all the time? No, we do not. We can just purely experience whatever it is. But when we get clear about a goal, I will say that there's a sense of relief because the uncertainty aspect of not knowing is less, okay? So let's say you don't really have a clear goal, but you want to. Let's do an example here real quickly. A painter. All right. You don't really want to make a full painting today. You don't really want to have representational art because your brain is tired or whatever. And you don't really want to make a product to sell. But you still want to continue being an artist and continue doing your work. Something that you could do is just play with a different medium. You could even put the paintbrush in your other hand, see how it goes. You can imagine you are a different artist that you admire and close your eyes and put your paintbrush to the canvas and see what happens. But those are all clear goals for that time spent. They're just not the conventional clear goals, like I want to sell 10 paintings in 6 months or whatever. So when I'm talking about these clear goals, don't get hung up on the details. Just make sure that if you want to get into flow, that you establish some sort of clear goal to begin with. And remember that your goals can change and you can do it incrementally, or you can just set the end goal and then work backwards and say, okay, I'm still on my path toward that. I am. But today, I'm just playing with a new paint medium. I'm just trying this new recipe. I'm playing around with a new instrument, a new tuning, whatever it is. All right, let's continue on with these ideas of time and progress. Now, when we get into flow, there's an area of our brain in the prefrontal cortex that is where time is perceived. So when you get into flow, you aren't really paying attention to time. Not in a kind of detailed way, obsessive way almost, like you can be when you're not in flow. And one way to kind of check this out and know that you've been in flow is when you come out, you look at the clock and go, oh, it's like been 3 hours. I thought it was like 30 minutes. Or you realize, oh, I have to use the bathroom because I've been working for 2 hours straight. Those are signs that you've been in flow, but also kind of, letting you know like, oh, I was not paying attention to time the way that I may normally pay attention to time. Okay, so let's go to the progress part as well. So in the conditions for flow, we definitely need a challenge skills balance, okay? And this is this upward motion in flow where we are between anxiety and boredom. Now, what is the reality of flow and any goal in life is that we're going to have fluctuations and we're going to have roller coaster days and we're going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. The key is to listen to the immediate feedback, which is also a condition for flow, and observe, don't judge, observe and take note when you come out of flow, what was different? What was different about this time that I was in flow? What was fascinating? How did I feel when I finished this part of my process? How am I feeling now? What could I improve? What conditions today are something I can repeat next time? And you might notice, oh, I actually just turned my phone all the way off this time, or I turned on Do Not Disturb. I turned off notifications. I had blue light blocking glasses. I was at a different location. I went to a different coffee shop. I had headphones. I had a special pen that I love writing with. Whatever it is, take note of that when you come out of flow. Now, the progress part. The progress on the challenge skills balance equation, this element of conditions for flow, the progress is made in consistency and perseverance. And the reason I say that also is related to the other condition for flow, one of many, immediate feedback. So you can't get feedback when you don't take action. It's all theory. And that is what a lot of overthinking is. So yes, we can plan and think about it and daydream and brainstorm and all those things, but until you take action, you are not going to get the immediate feedback. And from there, you can adapt. But if you don't take any action, there's no feedback. And if there's no feedback, you cannot evolve. It's all theory. So I want you to remember that when you think you are not making progress, as long as you are taking consistent action, there will be progress. Now, that progress may come from you doing something over and over and over again and then realizing, holy crap, this is not getting me anywhere. What would I like to do next? And making a decision to evolve and change. But if it's all theory and there's no action, then you won't know to change. You'll just think you need to change, right? So we want to aim for direct experience in really our goals. Otherwise, it's all just a dream, which are really good and really fun, but without the action, it's not coming into the 3D reality. And it's okay to daydream and brainstorm and things, but if you're serious about making it a reality for yourself, you have to take action. And the action that's consistent, and when you persevere when things are not good, that is how you make progress. Now, it may feel like in that moment that you're taking a step back. And it may feel like you're defeated or, oh my gosh, I'm going backwards. But the answer and the reality is no, you are not, as long as you are taking consistent action forward and getting that feedback. So let's review. We have clear goals. That's very important for us in anything that we do. We have challenge skills balance. That needs to be at a level where you feel like you're stretching a little and not doing things that are very boring, okay, and not challenging for you. But they're also not so hard that you won't even attempt them. We want to be in the middle of that equation. And then we have the immediate feedback. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm not going to go into more conditions for flow because I think those are enough to kind of chew on right now. But I want to say that in relation to time, when you feel rushed or you feel like something is so important, zoom back out and see for yourself. Check in with yourself. One, can this wait? And then two, is this important to me? Is it important to someone else? Like what's the equation with importance? Am I making it important because I really want it? Am I making it important because it's like a necessity at this point? Am I making it important because I want to please someone else? Really dig deep into that when you feel rushed or like pressure, stress, anxiety, fear, all those things. And allow yourself to just accept those feelings and then zoom back out and then see how you really feel. Get calm. Get your body calm and your nervous system calm. And then look at it from an observer state. And hopefully, this will give you a brand new perspective. I hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you very soon.